got about, man, maybe 20, 25 minutes, man, to chop it up, maybe a little bit longer. Y'all know how it goes. So what's the word? Give everybody a chance to tap in, man. Y'all see the topic, man. I normally don't talk about things that's trending, but this is something that's right up my alley, man. So we gonna build on it for a quick second here, man. So what's the word? How everybody feeling on this Friday, man? Hopefully everybody is good. Hopefully everybody is feeling righteous. Y'all see the topic, man. Y'all know what it is, man. We about to talk about it. Y'all knew I was gonna talk about this joint. Y'all already knew. Brother, my brother, what's happening? Y'all already knew this was something I was gonna talk about, man. Everybody knew this one. Y'all could have predicted this one. Magic, peace, what's happening? What's the word? Frankie, peace, what's happening? We gonna talk about it. Airview, peace, what's the word with you, my brother? Just peace, queen, what's happening? What's the word? Angelic, peace, what's the word, man? Everything is good. Everything is good my way, man. Just maintain it. Maintain it. Laughing at this verdict, you know what I'm saying? People acting surprised once again. It's funny to me because this whole Kyle Rittenhouse situation, this white on white crime right here. Prodigal son, peace, peace, better future, peace. What's the word? Brother, for sure. Definitely entitlement. You know what I'm saying? This white on white crime to me. You know what I'm saying? White on white crime. Let's highlight it as such. I didn't hear anybody refer to it as white on white crime in the media. You know what I'm saying? I didn't hear anything about all of that. The fact that it was white on white crime. I didn't hear that concept being utilized by the media. You know what I'm saying? When we do it, when it's so-called black on black, they got to make sure that we throw that in there. But ain't nobody talking about how this was white on white right here. I don't believe anybody utilized that particular phrase to describe or define what actually happened. You know what I'm saying? The two people that he killed, they were white. So it's white on white. Let's talk about it. Let's talk about it. How is white on white? Let's talk about that. Let's talk about it. How is white on white? He got off. He is white on white crime. Let's talk about that. That don't exist, right? They don't kill their own. Even if they didn't mean to do it, they don't kill their own out here. That don't happen. There ain't no such thing as white on white crime. It's only black on black crime out here. At least that's what they want you to believe. That's what they want you to believe. Your son, peace, what's happening? Frankie, because it was awesome BS, man, from the jump, man. They knew this dude was gonna walk away, man. They knew it. You know what I'm saying? They knew it from the jump. This whole joint was just nonsense, man. Dude wasn't gonna never serve any time. It wasn't even a threat, like, for him to serve any time. It was never gonna happen. One and only Jess, peace, what's happening? Lindell, peace, what's the word? Oh, brother, you already know, you know what I'm saying? Friendly fire got his own people instead, you know what I'm saying? That's what you get. Stop playing with us. Stop playing with us. Dude was out there on one of the victims, he was on like a skateboard and tried to, you know what I'm saying, tried to get the dude, you know? Yeah, crazy situation. Crazy situation. Jeremiah, peace, what's happening? Oh, Joe, self-defense, definitely. You know what I'm saying? Like, let's just, self-defense, most definitely, for sure. For sure, but we done had some situations on the black end. Though, where it has been self-defense and some of these people ain't get out. I know a woman, I forgot the woman in Florida, the black lady in Florida, man, it was some years ago. She let off a warning shot on somebody that was attacking her or threatening to attack her. I forgot this whole case or whatever. She ended up serving a lot of years for firing off the warning shot. Crazy. I remember that, man. So we'd have had a few brothers and sisters go down when they were defending themselves and had to serve some time for defending themselves, and they might not have even killed anybody. She served time for firing off a warning shot. You know what I'm saying? I remember that. I forgot the name. I forgot the lady's name. I'm sure somebody can Google it and give me the name real quick, or somebody probably remember that situation. But I remember that. Like I remember that clear as day, man. That black lady fired a warning shot, like literally shot, warning shot, boom, right into the air, and then they ended up taking her down. But hey, yeah, self defense. I mean, hey, if somebody attacking you, boom, you got the right to defend yourself. Just keep that same energy when we out here defending ourselves or when we feel threatened, things like that. You know what I'm saying? Just make sure we get the same type of attention, but we pretty much not, or the same type of energy. But again, I ain't saying dude should have dude should have served time or not. What I'm saying is people just surprised. That's what I'm focused on. People are surprised. Even if he wasn't defending himself and got off, I would not be surprised. You know what I'm saying? So I don't really care how we view what he did. The fact that people are surprised that white boy got off is what's funny to me. Brandon Peace, what's the word? What's the word? Geo Neo, nah, you want to just take the ones with the bioflavonoids. Oh, lightning bolt for sure, for sure, for sure. And then it's just funny. Yeah, Jerry, LMA. Yeah, I remember it being more to the story. I forgot the whole entire story. I just remember when she was so-called firing off the warning shot. Like I remember that part of it. And that's why I kind of just brought it up. I remember that part of it because that part stuck out to me. I forgot the whole thing, but I remember I was looking at it at the time, so I forgot the whole entire story. Like every little detail about it, but I remember that part. I remember that part for sure. But yeah, I mean, hey, I just want to know why people are surprised. That's what I want to know. Like somebody explain to me why people are surprised that the dude got off. You know what I'm saying? Got acquitted of all charges. I need to know why people are surprised. What's surprising about that? Somebody let me know that. Like that's what I want to know. Somebody break that down to me. Like why is anyone surprised at this verdict? You know what I'm saying? Like what is surprising about it? Why is it causing an uproar? Like I want to know that. Like what is surprising about that? Somebody please let me know because I don't get it. Like I don't get it. I don't get it at all. Like I wasn't surprised at all. Like I'm sitting back like I knew this was gonna happen. Like that's one of the reasons why I wasn't really following it like that. Like what's the point? Why would I follow something when I know what's gonna happen? When I know the end result, when I know what the conclusion will be. Why would I follow something like that? I already know what's gonna happen. And plus, like with the situation, hey, anytime anytime it is self-defense in their eyes and it's a white person behind it, oh yeah, you good. No matter if they shot their own, no matter if they shot one of us, no matter if they shot an Asian, whatever the case may be. Anytime that it can be self-defense or that it is self-defense on their end, they definitely good. They definitely good. It's only us that if it's self-defense, we really gotta, you know what I'm saying? It might be questionable then whether or not we gonna get some time. Like that's the only time. When it's one of us, and it was clear as day that it might have been self-defense. But it ain't so clear as day to them. That's the only time where it's questionable and we might have to follow the trial. When it's one of us, then we, you know what I'm saying, it was self-defense. Then we got to question, like, all right, man, dude might serve some time. Who knows? Even though it's clear as day that, hey, he was defending himself. That's when it becomes questionable. When it's them, oh, that's easy. That's easy. That's light work. Oh yeah, Yuri. He also got some money too. You know what I'm saying? So it all boils down to the money. You know what I'm saying? When you got some money in the wilderness of North America, you can get off from anything. You know what I'm saying? Money is the language. They love the money. So again, you got that money, you pretty much can get off from a lot of things, man. So that money is cool, especially when you look at some of the music, you know what I'm saying, that man puts out, like the destruction that he's adding to his own community. So yeah, go ahead, keep him out on the streets, you know what I'm saying? But yeah, we ain't saying every black person that defends themselves is gonna get locked up and something like that. Like, nah, it's gonna be ones that get off. Like, that's the way the game go. But if the average Joe get out, cause like Gucci Mane defended himself, you know. But we see how that turned. So yeah, it's a lot of, yeah, man, it's a lot of variables to that though. Oh yeah, Brandon, for sure, man. It's been that. And on top of that, man, I was talking about, and I was also on Facebook doing analysis of something too. Y'all know that Zach Stacy situation, man, where he was on, they had the footage came out about him throwing his girlfriend, I believe, his white girlfriend, boom, just throwing her, boy, abusing her, turning her up. That joint was crazy. And of course, obviously, the backlash he receiving, and rightfully so. But then I had talked about when Chad Wheeler, the white NFL player, man, abused his black girlfriend at the time. Her name was like Aaliyah Taylor or something along those lines. And basically he was trying to kill her. He made the smoothie and was surprised that she was still alive. And I was like, man, that died down rather quickly. What even happened with that case? Don't nobody even really know the status of that situation, the status of that case. People probably didn't even know the black chick's name at that particular point in time. They probably still don't. When I mentioned the name, they probably was like, dang, I ain't even know her name. But it was just funny how quickly that died down. That died down rather quickly. And dude was literally trying to kill her. Like literally. Like he was literally surprised that she was still alive. Making a smoothie. Like who does that? Dude made a smoothie after he done beat her half to death. And then when he saw that she was still alive, he was surprised. Like, what? Come on, man. Come on now. Andrew Pease, Dominique, for sure, man, of course. What they call it? Distractions and things like that. Joe, you say, how do we fight back? I think the key, it's a lot of keys in regards to how do we fight back. A lot of keys. One of the things, man, that is real hard to do, but the way that they are able to come together collectively and put all their differences to the side. And I'm talking about a select few. The powerful ones, what we call the powers that be, how a lot of them are able to come together and put their petty differences to the side in order to accomplish that one common goal that they all have. We got to start doing that as black people. We got to put our petty differences to the side and realize we have one common enemy. Until we realize that, it's going to be hard to fight back. So we got to put them petty differences to the side, and we all got to come together and realize, hey, the true enemy that we have is not us. It's this system. It's everything that's being done to us by this system. We got to realize that. And once we realize that, that's the first step. Then we got to start, it's the structure that comes after that, like forming the military and things along those lines. Like we need something like that. And then the economic aspect of it, buying up land, things along those lines, man. Stop like not depending on this system to eat, to live, to thrive and survive. So basically creating our own system. But in order for us to do that, we got to come together on that common ground. And that's where we had a problem. We can't put petty differences to the side. We want to debate about religion. Like it's cool, to have dialogue, but we let the division literally divide us to where we feel like we can't work with a person that has a different belief than us. So little things like that keep us at odds, man. And it keeps us from being able to elevate. It prevents us from elevating and reclaiming our throne. Like little small things, man. Little small things that we should be able to put to the side. Like, all right, man, you believe in something different than me. All right, cool, whatever. We agree to disagree. But look, let's come together and fight this common enemy. And at times we are able to do that. At times we do that. We done had moments in history where things it'd be like some unjust treatment. We'd get shot down by the cops. And then you will see Crips and Bloods. You'll see these gang members, they unite. So it has happened. We just got to keep that same, we got to keep that energy consistent. But we didn't have situations, we didn't have things pop off to where that has happened. We have unified, we have put our differences to the side, and we've come together. But it do not last long enough. So we got to learn how to keep that energy going, keep that momentum going. We got to stop waiting for things to pop off in order for us to put differences to the side and come together and realize things are bigger than blue and red or whatever color that we choose to gang bang over. So we got to start being a little bit more proactive with that, man. I feel like that's one of the main things that we need to do in regards to fighting back and reclaiming our throne and getting some power back, man, or getting some power into our hands, man. Like I said, if it wasn't for us, like, this country would not be anywhere near close to what it is. We built it. Our ancestors built it. Kevin, man, peace. What's happening with you, my brother? Mr. Seven, peace. What's happening? Zevo Genius. I'm sorry to inform you, but everything is political. Everything is political. And again, hate to be that guy, but I'm going to be that guy. You know what I'm saying? I hate to be that guy, but a lot of times people want to say things ain't about race, but at the end of the day, listen, the way this system is designed, yes, it is. And we didn't design this system. So when people get upset with me always bringing race and making everything political, don't get mad at me. Get mad at your ancestors that created this system. Because they designed the system this way to where that is the focal point of the system. And until this system is destroyed, nothing will change. It will remain the same. So if this very system, the foundation of this very system, if it's still intact, then everything is political. Everything has some race-based implications, whether you want to admit it or not, because the very foundation of this system has not been destroyed. This is the very same system where you had presidents that was owning slaves, owning black people. The foundation of this system, it has never been destroyed. And this is that same system that did not view black people as a whole human. That system was never destroyed. So yes, everything has race-based implications because that system was never destroyed. Until somebody can find me some evidence of that system being destroyed, everything has race-based implications because that's the very foundation of this system. That is how people maintain a position of power. Literally, the people that created this system. That's how they got their power and that's how they maintain their power. So again, everything has some race-based implications because until the foundation of this system or this system is destroyed and an entirely new system is built, it's the same exact system. The same exact system. The same exact system. Like I said, people don't like it. You can hate me. I'm cool. I'm cool with it. I'm cool with it. But it is what it is. Everything is political, man. Everything is political, especially when you're talking about the court system and all of that type of stuff, the legal system. Everything is political, man. Everything has race-based implications, man. Some people just ain't afraid to point the stuff out. Some people ain't afraid to point the stuff out, man. Some people ain't afraid to point it out, man. Until y'all can find me evidence of this system being destroyed. I don't recall the system ever being destroyed. Maybe I'm tripping. I mean, maybe y'all can tell me something else, man. Maybe y'all can tell me something else. Has this system been destroyed and rebuilt? Somebody let me know something. Maybe I'm missing something. We didn't revise the Constitution and the amendments and all that type of stuff. Has that happened? Or am I tripping? Am I tripping? Somebody let me know. Maybe I'm tripping. Maybe everything was revised and I just missed it. Maybe everything was revised, man, and is looking out for some black folks. You know what I'm saying? Maybe I'm tripping. Please let me know if I'm tripping. Maybe this system has been revised and maybe I just missed it. I was sleeping. You know what I'm saying? Maybe I was sleeping on it. Maybe things have changed. Somebody let me know. Somebody let me know. Maybe I'm just tripping and I own up to it if I'm tripping. But if somebody can give me some evidence of them revising this system and things being different, please let me know. Please let me know. You know what I'm saying? Because the black, brown, red, and yellow, like we still getting discriminated against. It still happens, man. It still happens. Like, it still happens. Literally still happens, man. So again, like somebody let me know, man. They didn't revise this. They didn't revise the system. They destroyed the system and an entirely new one has been built. I ain't know. My brother Kevin, appreciate that donation, my brother. Hey, man, hey, that's much, man. That's much love, man. Always appreciate it. Mr. Dan, I wasn't even about to go there. I wasn't even about to tap into that one just yet. But you already know I could have made that point. The school system itself, again, lets you know that racism is still alive and well. What are they teaching in the schools? What is the curriculum in these schools? Is the curriculum in these schools based on truth? Probably not. Probably not. It's probably still a similar system as the one that I was brought up in. Bunch of nonsense. A bunch of whitewashed nonsense. Has that system changed? Somebody let me know. They teaching the truth in schools now? Somebody let me know something. Because again, like I said, I could be tripping. Prodigal son, appreciate that donation. Dan, for sure, self-defense. Hey, I'm with it. Y'all gotta understand, the Kyle Rittenhouse, I'm cool with the verdict. Self-defense. I am cool with it. I don't have a problem with it. You know, I ain't got no problem with self-defense, man. I ain't got no problem with it. I just was wanting to know, why are people surprised? And why are people angry? Like, that's my thing. Why are people surprised, man? We in America, man. Why are y'all surprised? Why are we surprised, man? I'm good. I'm good with the verdict. We cool. We cool. What'd you say, Dominique? Yeah, but same dudes older than us fighting over stuff that don't matter. Yeah, man. Yeah. Oh, Mr. Seven. Oh, man. Listen, they ain't even normalizing racism. They hadn't already did that. It's so normalized now that this is how dangerous it is. Racism is so normalized now that people don't even think it exists still. People think that's a thing of the past. That's how normalized racism is right now. People do not think that it still exists. So when they hear me talk, they was like, this ain't got nothing to do with race. So that's how normalized racism is. Racism is so normalized in 2021 that people don't think that it exists. I literally, like I said, I was in college, man. And y'all know I went to college around these white folks. I was in Davenport, Iowa, man. The college I was at, predominantly white. Please don't ask me how I ended up there. That was right in the process of me awakening, man. So again, y'all gotta understand that, man. I wasn't in my right mind when I made this decision, but it is what it is. I started waking up while I was there, and you could just imagine the type of energy I was receiving, walking around with some of the books and saying some of the things that I was saying on this white campus. But I literally was in a class one time, man, and we was breaking down, some of us brothers, it was only like 2 of us in there, but I was one of the main ones just breaking down some of the discrimination that goes on, and these white chicks was literally in there looking like, oh my gosh, I can't believe this happened. This is the type of bubble that some of them was living in. This is the type of bubble some of them was living in. Like, they don't think that it's out here. When we was out here talking about the discrimination, man, I literally, this was when I was in college, yo. And I done told this story. But this is when I was in college. It's not too long ago. I'm not old. So I was in college, man. And we had a group project. It was like for the final exam. It was like my last year of college, man. So I ain't caring. I'm chilling. Like last year of college, man, last semester, man. So we out there had a group project, a final. It was in a business class that I had, and I forgot the exact class. But the teacher was like, all right, man, I'm going to let y'all pick groups. Y'all already know, man, I just had to keep my head on the swivel, man. Somebody was walking past my door. So I was ready. Y'all know I be ready, man. I stay ready so you ain't got to get ready. You know what I'm saying? Somebody walking past the door, I had to keep my eyes on them. Everything just had to stop real quick because I had to make sure wasn't nobody trying to walk in this thing, man. So we keep our head on the swivel. Keep the head on the swivel. But yeah, back to the story though, man. Back to the story. So in this class, man, the white teacher was like, for the group project, it was like, I'm gonna let y'all choose your groups. And I think we was in groups of like 3. So you already know how this process went. I think I'm the only black person in this class at this time. So y'all already know how this is finna go. Y'all already know how that went. Everybody choosing partners. Who was left without a group? The black man. And it was so crazy because the white teacher, the white professor, he let them know. He was like, so ain't nobody gonna pick this man. He was like, he's probably one of the more intelligent people in this class. This is what the white professor told him. He was like, y'all making a mistake by not choosing to partner up with him. And I was cool. I was like, man, I don't want to work with nobody. I can do this project by myself and ace it and do better than all these people in the group. But man, all them white people was skipping right over me. Ain't nobody want to work with the black man. that probably had the best grade in the class, and as dude said, was probably the most intelligent in the class. This is what the white man told the white students in the class. And they skipping over him. That's discrimination right there. And it was like, it was subconscious. It was subconscious. But people don't think this type of stuff still exists. Come on now. I just sat there and I knew how it was going to unfold. I knew how it was going to unfold. They afraid of the black man that look a certain type of way. Ain't nobody want to come talk to the black man. They ain't want to put the black man in his group. And he one of the smartest ones in the class. So I had to, you know what I'm saying? I had to get one of them pity groups. And I ain't really too much like that, man. But people swear up and down this type of stuff don't happen. Swear up and down this type of stuff don't exist anymore. Man, I done been a victim of this type of stuff since I done been out of college to now. So it's still heavy in the field. All in Dale, man. I thought I didn't mention Farrakhan. So I'm kind of my view on Farrakhan. I always respect my elders. A lot of like my peoples used to, back when you had the VHSs, man. So my peoples used to watch some Farrakhan speeches and whatnot. That's how I kind of had some like semi-ounce of consciousness, because they used to play. You know, back when people used to come on C-SPAN. I don't know if you're old enough to remember C-SPAN. They used to allow people, like, if you wanted to know what was going on in the world, like the rules and regulations they was passing, you know what I'm saying, while we was distracted, C-SPAN was the channel. C-SPAN is where they allowed everything, man, but people wasn't watching C-SPAN. You know what I'm saying? But C-SPAN is where they revealed a lot of their agendas. I would say that C-SPAN is where they revealed a lot. But a lot of times, man, they had like Farrakhan, Khalid Muhammad, all that on C-SPAN, and my people would record it. So I got hip to a lot of Farrakhan speeches when I was a youngin. At that time, obviously, nothing he was saying was resonating with me. I was just too young and dumb and ignorant at that time. But that was like the first person that I ever heard kind of talk like that was Farrakhan, I must say. But I got a lot of questions, man. I'm a little iffy toward Farrakhan in some aspects in regards to the direction that he chose to take, just the whole situation with Khalid. Some of the things that he said about my life. Yeah, there's some things with Farrakhan I don't necessarily really too much fool with. And when you're talking to your Muslim brothers, like, you can't say anything bad about Farrakhan without them getting ready to fight you. But there are some aspects of his life that I don't necessarily agree with. And there are some things that I agree with. You know what I'm saying? That's with everybody. That's with everybody, man. So I try to take the best part and settle on the best part. But Farrakhan definitely said some things and made some moves that I don't necessarily agree with, like Scientology. You know, his connection with Scientology, I don't necessarily rock with that at all, you know. And if you study, like, the history of the Nation of Islam, like Farrakhan, like, I'm a Khalid Muhammad fan, man. So when Khalid Muhammad was really going hard, Farrakhan then was trying to basically silence him, man, and water down his message and soften up his message. I ain't like that, because I like what Khalid was talking about. You know what I'm saying? I like the energy that Khalid had. And they was basically trying to say, you know what I'm saying, he was speaking that baby knowledge, that baby rhetoric. You know what I'm saying? When he was talking about these white folks, and they ain't really too much like him doing that. And they tried to shift the direction of the Nation of Islam in regards to the language that was being utilized. And that's one of the problems that they had with Khalid. And I wasn't too much a fan of that, man. But there are certain points that I can agree with Farrakhan. But there are a lot of points where I'm going to be like, hold on, what are you doing? What are you talking about? You know, but I'm like that with everybody, though. But I definitely feel like there's some questionable things that Farrakhan did. So again, like my top, if I was ranking like my top influencers, you know what I'm saying, like Farrakhan ain't necessarily at the top, but I would have to put him in there because, like I said, you know, so I got to give him credit because he is part of the reason why, you know what I'm saying, I had an awakening, because I was listening to a lot of Farrakhan, just like, you know what I'm saying, we feel how we feel about Elijah Muhammad, but we wouldn't have Malcolm X without Elijah. You wouldn't have any of these people without Elijah. So I got to give him credit. You know what I'm saying? I don't think you would have had Khalid Muhammad if it was not for Farrakhan, because of the way that man viewed Farrakhan. You know what I mean? So I gotta give him credit in that sense. You know what I'm saying? He's responsible. He's responsible for some of that Khalid energy, man. And I can't look past that, you know? I can't look past it. But they got a lot of questionable things that, you know what I'm saying, man, if y'all know the history of the Nation of Islam, like, it's just some questionable things that Farrakhan was on, man. Like, I ain't gonna get into the history of it because that'll be a whole nother video. But if you know the history of the Nation of Islam, man, you study Farrakhan, you study the, you know what I'm saying, the whole entire history, it is some questionable things that went down. But the Scientology connection is one of the main ones. It's like, yo, what? Oh, hey, why not? The Constitution was written for white folk, for sure. Constitution wasn't written with black folks in mind. That's what K. Reno said. You know what I'm saying? Hey, the Constitution wasn't written with us in mind. Brother Cap, for sure. Yeah, we wise but questionable, for sure, 100%. You know what I'm saying? Like I said, man, there's certain things where I can agree with. And y'all already know how I feel about, you know what I'm saying, religion. So when they start getting overly religious with me, you know what I'm saying, they tend to lose me. But again, I'm able to put that to the side and focus on the things that I rock with that they saying, you know. But if again, like I said, if you know the history of Farrakhan, he started to, it was some things that he supported back in the day. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm gonna give y'all one example, and you can Google this. If you know anything about Marion Barry, man, I forget what he was connected to. Was it DC? Was he like not the governor, like mayor of DC or something along those lines? I forget where he's a mayor of. I forget his political affiliation at the time. But he was caught on camera smoking crack, you know what I'm saying, sniffing that crack. Caught on camera doing the crack, man, hitting the line of crack. He was caught on camera doing that. And Farrakhan, like, was with the brother at that time, supported the brother through that hard time. Didn't kick him while he was down. But you know what I'm saying, Khalid Muhammad comes out and, you know what I'm saying, makes some speeches that's ruffling feathers, and he wasn't getting the same support from Farrakhan that Farrakhan was giving to some other questionable people. So you had a whole coalition at that time to get drugs out of the community, and then here this cat is, hitting the crack, caught on camera doing it, and you giving him some moral and verbal support. And Khalid is just sticking to the teachings of Elijah Muhammad, and you got to suspend him, and you not giving him the same verbal and moral support. That's just one example. You know what I'm saying? Farrakhan was trying to get in the good graces of some questionable politicians, you know what I'm saying, to get some funding. And so he started softening up the message. So that's a part where I'm like, nah, man, I really ain't too much rocking with that. So these are things that are actual facts. You know what I'm saying? All you got to do is study the things. Yeah, brother, there we go. DC mayor, yeah. You know what I'm saying? He had the little crack scandal back in the day. And Farrakhan stood behind the brother. Hey, stand behind the black man. But then Khalid said some things, and all he was doing was pretty much sticking to the teachings of Elijah Muhammad. And then Farrakhan wasn't really too much trying to support the kid. They put the pressure on Farrakhan. You know what I'm saying? Y'all know about the King College speech that Khalid Muhammad did. That's the speech that essentially got that man in trouble. You know what I'm saying? So a lot of them politicians at the time, the black ones and some of the white ones, was putting the pressure on Farrakhan, like, what you gonna do? You know what I'm saying? If you support Khalid during this time, like, hey, we ain't gonna rock with you, and you trying to get our support. So you got to suspend that man. So you know what I'm saying? He suspended that man. He wasn't standing with Khalid, man. Like, it was crazy. It's crazy. He was standing behind some brothers that did some things to where it was like they kind of go against y'all principles and y'all everything y'all stand for. And all Khalid was doing was speaking what was right and exact. And y'all was like, nope, can't fool with it. Suspended. Yeah, Dominique, for sure, man. And, you know, unfortunately, you can't talk about Farrakhan at all around some Muslims. Like, you just can't do it. You know what I'm saying? I know plenty of them. They some good brothers for the most part. It's just when you critiquing Farrakhan, that's when it becomes a problem. Like, I'm never going to follow anything where I believe one man cannot, like, is above judgment, correction, and error. Like, no, I'm never following anything like that where it's one man that can do no wrong and say no wrong and I can't disagree with him. Never in my life am I following something like that. I can never follow anything like that. There's no point in time in my life where I'm about to be like this one man can say and do no wrong. No, that don't even make any sense. Man, bro, I ain't heard about Irritated Genie in a minute. Yeah, I used to be tapped in to Irritated Genie, but I have not tapped in with him in a minute. It's been a minute since I heard anything about or from Irritated Genie. But yeah, man, I'm gonna have to tap back in, man. I forgot all about Irritated Genie for sure. But yeah, man, you know what I'm saying? We gotta, long as this system is still intact, man, we still got a lot of work to do collectively as black people. But everybody gets mad when you make it about race. You know what I'm saying? Everybody want to get in their feelings. You make it about race. I ain't make anything about race. They made it about it. The moment that they felt some type of way when all we was doing was trying to civilize them and teach them how to live and take baths, the moment they said, you know what I'm saying, we gonna deceive these people, we gonna enslave, like the moment they decided to do that, they made it about race. They made it political. Moment they did that. We did not do that. So the moment they decided to do that, that's when they created this problem. That's when they created this problem. And brother, I can see that. Because dude used to be on it. So I can see him being banned, man. But I used to fool with dude heavy back in the day. So that explains why I haven't seen or heard from him. That explains that. MC, man, y'all know I ain't even talk about that stream from yesterday. That stream from yesterday frustrated the kid, man. Cause every time I'm even afraid to mention the word right now. It seems like every time I mention that joint, everything start acting funny. But man, I was about to go in on something. Y'all know what I was about to go in on yesterday. Then all of a sudden, screen just go black on me. Like my phone froze. Everything just froze, man. Everything went black and froze. So that's what happened to my joint yesterday, man. I was about to tap into something that they probably did not necessarily fool with. And all of a sudden, screen go black, phone freezes up. It was crazy, man. So I was like, all right, cool. All right. I see what it is. I see what it is. They really don't want you mentioning that. You know what I'm saying? We already know Big Brother is watching. Big Brother is listening. Big Brother is tapped in. Big Brother is one of the viewers right now. You know what I'm saying? Big Brother is definitely tapped into this stream, so we know that. We know that they listening. They always listening. So when they hear that cold word, shut it down. Phone malfunction. Shut it down. Phone going for a strong 40 minutes right now. Ain't nothing happening. Ain't had no problems. And it's the same condition that it was in yesterday. Nothing different about this phone. Nothing different. So yeah, you know what I'm saying? So it is what it is. It is what it is. They got to protect their agenda at all costs. They got to control the narrative at all costs. Anybody that's going against that narrative, anybody that's going against it, shut it down. Shut it down ASAP. Weak and wicked, man. You know what I'm saying? The grafted boys, man. Shut it down. You know what I'm saying? Look at it, man. Phone functioning just fine right now, man. Fine. Guarantee you if I mention the code word, y'all it'd be the same situation from yesterday. Same situation. Oh yeah, Dominique, for sure. You know what I'm saying? We gonna acknowledge the enemies. You know what I'm saying? We gonna acknowledge the enemies for sure. We gonna always acknowledge the enemies, man. We not gonna run from them. We gonna acknowledge the enemies. We know when we start as black men and women, we know that when we stand on certain things and we have certain principles and morals and whatnot, we know that we on the radar. We know that we on the list. Like, we know these things. That's one of the first things. And that's one, honestly, you know what I'm saying? When you black and you start coming into the knowledge of self, like, that's something that can become depressing about it. Honestly, not even gonna lie. You know what I'm saying? When I started studying the common denominator, you know what I'm saying, the pattern, I was like, dang, man, I rock with all these brothers, but guess what? All these brothers end up getting assassinated. You know what I'm saying? So that gets depressing. When you a black man and you start saying, man, dang, look at all these powerful black men that stood up for their people, and you see, well, dang, all of them got assassinated. That is depressing, because then when you start sharing that information, deep down, you like, dang, man, maybe this gonna happen to me. If I get enough influence, then the same thing that happened to them gonna happen to me. Like, nah, we gonna, listen, we gonna shift that whole narrative. We not gonna live in fear at all, but we not gonna move dumb neither, though. You know what I'm saying? Listen to what I said. We not gonna live in fear, but we not gonna move dumb. That's the key. You know what I'm saying? We not gonna move dumb, man. We know and understand we got the enemy. We gotta learn. We gotta learn. We gotta learn from our ancestors. We gotta learn. We gotta learn. And it's too easy these days with technology to move differently. You know what I'm saying? To preserve our lives and still get the message out, still get the energy out. You know what I'm saying? Some of our ancestors back in the day, they didn't have any choice but to go out and deal with the public. That was the only way that they could get the message out. You know what I'm saying? So again, when you open yourself out up to the public, you make you an easy target at that point. Easy target. Easy target. You know what I'm saying? The moment you step out to the public, man, and it's thousands of people while you speaking, you an easy target at that particular point. You know what I'm saying? So again, they done made technology, they done designed technology in a way to where we can benefit from it. Stay alive while getting the message out. We just got to move a little differently, man. We got to move wiser in this thing, man. But that can be depressing, man, when you start studying all these individuals and you like, dang, man, hey, the pattern here, the common denominator is they were all assassinated. I mean, some of the main ones that I look up to, man, like their endings were not the best. You know what I mean? Like from Khaled to Malcolm to Huey Newton to Fred Hampton. You know what I'm saying? Like, the ending wasn't the best for him. You know what I mean? When you study Garvey and what happened to him, even the founder of the Nation of Gods and Earth, man, the 5% Nation of Gods and Earth, my man was shot. My man was shot and killed. The people don't even talk about his story enough. The founder of the Nation of Gods and Earth, man, the father is what we call him. My man was shot and killed. Like, don't nobody even really discuss that. You know what I mean? But yeah, when you start studying these powerful black men, it's a common pattern, assassination. So when you a black man, you know what I'm saying, you might live in that fear. Some of our elders have that fear. Some of our elders like, hey, you need to watch what you're talking about. That's that fear. Because they didn't see what happened to the powerful black men that wasn't afraid to speak out. And they trying to pass that fear down to you. But it is what it is, man. I'm never living in fear. I feel like I'm too far invested in, I'm too deep off in the trenches. I feel like I'm already in several systems from my early Facebook days. You know what I'm saying? I feel like I'm already tapped into a system. So I feel like they already know my face, know my voice and everything, man, and just know my writing style and all of that. I feel like I'm already tapped in, man, because back in my original Facebook days, man, I used to go hard. And that's when I used to get those weird inboxes from people that ain't got profile pics telling me, hey, you need to stop. What you talking about is true, but they not going to like you talking about. I literally had a dude, I never forget this one. He had the Freemason logo, you know what I'm saying? He had the Masonic logo as his profile pic. Dude ain't had no friends, one of them profiles. Masonic logo as a profile pic, no friends. Dude was like, hey, what you saying is true, but it's certain people that's not going to like you revealing this information. That's literally what he told me. Then the next day, that page is gone. So he told me what I was saying. He's like, man, what you saying is true. He said, but it's certain people that's going to get upset about you revealing this information. And the next thing you know, that page is gone. Page is gone. Like, this is some real life stuff that happened, man. This is on Facebook when my Facebook name was Illuminati Bell. It's only a select few that can probably vouch for that particular page. But I was getting threats like that, man. I got several threats like that. They wasn't trying to debate the information that I was speaking on. They wasn't trying to do that. They was warning me, like, hey, you revealing too much. Because that's back when I used to talk about Freemasonry and all that type of stuff, man. So these were pretty much probably Masons and people that was like involved in that. Let me know, hey, you know what I'm saying?